The Republic Day Parade. The Republic Day. It always reminds me of the beautiful time I spent in school with my best friend Swati. I remember one such Republic Day, the only year I couldn't join the parade. And more than the disappointment of not being a part of this prestigious parade, the march past because I wasn't selected in it, that gave the girls a license to smile with pride all year long, was the sadness of not being with my bestie to savor the fun fare that would follow the performances. One pleasant January morning, I had woken up to the pale sunbeams which were dimly visible through my curtains. The white uniform which was hanging on the chair, skirt and the shirt, neatly ironed out, caught my attention. It gave me the feel of a Saturday, and my eyes twinkled. Saturday to me was the best day of the week. Saturday meant half days and early goodbyes. Saturday meant music period and PT. Saturdays meant waiting for the next day to watch Mowgli and Holiday Hour on TV with Trisha without having mom scold us, and playing Ludo and Rajamantri with Trisha, mom and dad. I walked towards the washroom excitedly, but just as I spat my foam toothpaste into the sink while brushing my teeth, I remembered having done PT just 2 days back. Yogesh sir had scolded me for my long nails and the same reprimand I had received at home. How could it be a Saturday again so soon? I rushed into the kitchen with the foam still around my lips to remind mom about her forgetfulness and to tell her to iron the khaki tunic quickly to replace it with a white uniform, as the auto might not wait so long. But mom smiled and said white was the right uniform for the day. Oh yes, I gleamed with joy. It's the Republic Day. 2 months back, when the preparations for the day had started, me and Swati were equally excited. There were 0 hours before the recess. The house captains were doing the rounds of the assembly area, shortlisting the girls for selection for the different activities planned out for 26th of January. We would talk and giggle about the upcoming festivity and make our plans about which stalls to visit, as we thought we would obviously be in the march past, which would be the first highlight of the day, and then we would be free soon to attend the fete that would follow. Girls would be sitting at the stalls of food and games, and coupons would be easy to fetch as there would be no queues. But then a quiet sorrow gripped my imagination. I wasn't selected for the celebrated parade this year. The march passed, but Swati was. For my plan to be executed, I would have to wait until I finished the PT, which was, since the time I remembered, always scheduled at the end. It would be so boring without having Swati to talk to while waiting for the PT to start. Other girls don't crack so many jokes as her, nor do they listen to my jokes and call them funny. What about her jolly and the plan of eating at the stalls together? She might leave for home, as she would be free before me. As these thoughts crossed my wayward mind, Miss David made the PT girls sit in a row towards the end of other performers. I saw a girl dressed as Mahatma Gandhi waving at me. Her smile told me she was Divya, and I waved back. I could see the girls, all with their best friends at the stalls, excitedly emptying the golgappas into the bigger containers, and the Pepsi girls arranging the bottles on the tables, giggling and laughing in groups. The performances hadn't yet begun, and I was already yawning. I felt I would be sick with boredom by the time PT begins. But then the drums started to beat and the cymbals started to clash. It was the march past. The girls passed the scene in one group after another, matching their steps with each other in neat uniforms and shiny shoes. And oh, it was such a sight. As the Yellow House girls crossed the ground near me, I tried spotting Swati, but she was nowhere to be seen. I panicked. I hope she's well, I thought. She might have missed her auto or maybe wore the wrong uniform and was turned out of the parade. And then of a sudden, someone had the boldness to pinch my arm, and I let out a mild ouchie. I turned back to see who it was, and to my delight, yes, it was indeed my bestie, smiling like a sunshine at me. I beamed back, but then showed my concern. Swati told me how she had requested Miss David yesterday to quit the parade as "I have a boil in my toe, ma'am," she had called up in the evening and told Miss David. "I'm not sure I would be able to come to school. You know how ugly the blank space would look without me. Why not give it to Arna instead?" she had told her. "Also," she continued, "had I been in the march past, Mommy would have taken me home early." But of course, the boil was just a lie, and all that we girls wanted to do was enjoy the liquid tamarind water gushing out of the golgappas with a burst of sourness. And of course, the biting on the sweet, caramelic, jammy, fruity candy floss hanging on the stalls the other girls had put up. That day when I came back home, Mommy's rebuke for staining my shirt with the ice gola droppings did not irritate me, as I remembered the kind gesture from my friend, who sacrificed her role in the prestigious parade and showed me how above everything else is her friendship that truly stands apart.